Hey y'all, it's Marrica. Welcome back to my channel. So since we're stuck in the house, I thought this would be the best opportunity for me to show you guys my in-home YouTube setup, how I get the best lighting, what equipment I use, and a few other tips so you can film directly from home since we can't leave the house right now. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel, hit that like button, and comment down below if you have any questions, and stay tuned for this video. So let's dive into what my at-home setup looks like. So right now I am currently filming on the 5D Mark IV with my Rode mic, a tripod, and a box light. One box light, and also I am standing near my patio door, which is the only source of light that I have in my house. If you want to see all the lenses that I own and what equipment that I use for my photography, then you can check out this video right here. However, for my setup, I normally shoot with this lens when I'm standing here talking, or when I'm doing a talk through or a review or some lengthy talking video. This is normally what I'm filming on. But for my vlogs, I currently use the Sony a6400. If you watched my previous vlog, then you know that I went back and forth between two cameras, but I finally made a decision on that one. If I can't reach either cameras, I'll just use my iPhone. So the equipment that you use is just whatever you have at the moment. Don't worry about what you don't have or what lenses you haven't purchased or getting the latest and greatest, whatever. If you have the money to upgrade, go ahead and do so. But only do so if you know how to use that equipment. I have seen people buy equipment and then they come to me and be like, so I bought this $1,000 camera, but how do I use it? And I'm like, why did you buy that if you don't know how to use it? So focus on what you can use and what you can afford at this time. So whether it be your iPhone, vlog camera, or some camera that somebody passed down to you, let's whip it out because that's what you're going to be filming your videos with. Alright, so now that you have your equipment, let's talk about lighting and setup. I'm currently standing in my living room / bedroom because I live in a studio apartment. To my left is my patio door. That is the only source of light that I have in my apartment. And then I also have a box light to add light to the right side of me. I could easily stand directly in front of the window, but sometimes I just like to change up the scene a little bit, so I decided to stand here today, and it's actually now my new favorite spot for filming videos. So I have a box light to my right and my patio door to my left. If your house has a lot of windows, I highly recommend you use natural lighting for your videos. Natural light to me is the best lighting for all videos. The only trick is you have to pick, you know, a good time of the day to start filming if your video is going to be a long video. If you film closer to sunrise or sunset, you will see the lighting changing over time as you edit your video. So I recommend recording your video during the peak of day when the sun is kind of up and it's not moving around too much. So I would say that would be between like 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. 4 o'clock is when the sun kind of starts to go down. You'll kind of start to see the changes of when the sun is setting and the sun is rising. So make sure you shoot during the day if you want to catch that sunlight. However, if you live in a house that is limited to sunlight, I recommend box lights. You could also buy a ring light. It's just not my favorite light. The reason why I don't choose the ring light is because you can see the ring in people's eyes when they're filming with a ring light. And that's a really popular light in the beauty community. So if you are in the beauty community, I could understand why you would want that light. It's really bright and it makes people's makeup look really good. If you go to events, you might notice that they have ring lights for all the selfie stands around the event. But that's because it makes you look really good. However, in my opinion, when I'm filming, I don't necessarily want to see that ring in my eyes in my videos. So I prefer the box light. The box light that I use came in a kit of 3 lights, but I currently only use 1 because I broke the light bulbs to the other 2. But this goes to show you that 1 light bulb can make a huge difference in your video. I'm currently going to turn off this light so you can see what it would look like without it. So this is currently my video without the box light. As you can see, there's only lighting coming from this side of my face and there is no light over here. That is why I turn on the light on this side so I could get light from both directions. I could easily face and film my video from this way, but like I said, the light might change around this time of the day, so I want to make sure my light is constant throughout the filming of this video. So one thing about artificial light is it's always on. It's not changing. With sunlight, it's beautiful, but it changes depending on the time of day that you decide to film. So if you want a constant lighting, I recommend artificial light and I recommend box lights. However, if you want to buy a ring light, that's totally up to you, because you know what? That's your business. Like that lady, there's this lady I follow on Instagram who makes great food videos. When I see her name, I'm gonna tag her. But she always like, you can add a little bit of salt, because you know what? That's your business. So if you want to buy a ring light, that's your business. That's not my business. Now, this is how my setup looks behind the scenes. So you don't need a lot of equipment to get your lighting just right for your videos. As you can see, I just have my camera, my window, and this light. It doesn't take much. You don't need a whole bunch of lights or big production or anything like that. All it takes is 3 things: lighting, camera, and now you're good to go to record. Okay, and last but not least, when it comes to the setup, you need a tripod. I think that's kind of known. I shouldn't have to say it, but let's just put it out there. If you have heavy cameras, do not invest in cheap tripods. Heavy cameras will tip over on a cheap tripod. So you want to make sure your tripod is stable enough to handle the weight of your camera. So if you just have a phone, there's a bunch of iPhone tripods on Amazon, as well as tripods for vlogging cameras, because they don't hold a lot of weight. But if you're looking for a tripod for your camera, my camera weighs like 10 pounds, I'm sure. So I need a heavy duty tripod to make sure that my camera doesn't tip over or fall while I'm far away from it. It's to catch it. So make sure you check the description box, because I'll be linking all the tripods that I have that you can check out and you can get for yourself, so you can make sure your camera doesn't fall on the ground. So now that you have your camera, mic, light, you're good to go. You're ready to press record. So now, what's holding you back? Wait, don't press record yet. So here are my tips for when filming on camera. So when you're filming all by yourself, it could feel a little awkward because it's just you, but you're talking to somebody, but nobody's there. And it's okay. I've been there. I'm used to it now. But when I first started, I was like, this is weird. And I had roommates at the time, so I was like, I hope they don't hear me in here talking to myself, because I talk loud. But it's okay. It's normal. It's normal for you to feel nervous by yourself. Just keep shooting, keep starting over. It's okay. Believe it or not, I have tried to film this video like 4 times. I put this shirt on like 5 times so I could keep the scenery. But I didn't want to keep changing shirts. So my first recommendation is to kind of write out what you're going to talk about. Because if you don't, you're going to find yourself recording your video over and over and over again. Trust me, I did it. So kind of writing out your notes and knowing what you're going to say beforehand really helps you to kind of stay on point, so you're not rambling. I ramble. I do it all the time. And surprisingly, there's a lot of talking that y'all do not see because I cut it all out, because I'm like, what are you talking about? Get to the point. So make sure you make those notes on whatever you're going to talk about, or if you're doing a voiceover later, kind of make notes so you know when it's time to record your voiceover. You know what to hit and you know what to say, and so you don't forget anything. My next recommendation is to film multiple videos in one day if you can. If you want to be more consistent on YouTube and you want to make sure you're uploading regularly, then record more than 1 video that day. Especially if you already did your makeup, all you have to do is change your shirt and the scene, and there you go. You can start a new video. I recommend changing your outfit per video because it gives your audience the idea of starting something new. When you film a bunch of videos in one outfit, a person kind of remembers what you're wearing, and that's like embedded in their brain visually. So when they see you in that once, seeing you in it again makes them feel like it's something that they already seen before. So you want to introduce a new video to them with a whole new scene or a whole new outfit change. So whether it's just changing your outfit or changing the background, it makes a huge difference when it comes to bulk processing videos. And my last and final tip is make sure you review the footage, or at least that you can see yourself. If you have a camera that doesn't have a flip out screen, see if that camera has a software for you to be able to see yourself. I currently use the Canon camera. So Canon has a EOS program so that I can see myself because my camera screen does not flip out. So this is currently what you guys see on camera. So I can see it as well when I look at my laptop. So I always make sure my laptop is somewhere near me so I can just take a quick glance, like, oh, that hair is out of place, or oh, let's tilt the camera this way. So I can always be sure I know what's going on. If you don't have that type of program for your camera, then I recommend that you record a little bit of footage before you start talking. Record a little bit of footage, pause, go look at it, make sure you like where you're standing, you like how it sounds, make sure you like everything. If you do, then cool, go back, stand in that spot, hit record, and just pray that it stays that way the entire time. Okay, and I know I said that was my last tip, but literally this is my last tip. My last tip is music. If you're looking for a good music library, I highly recommend Epidemic Sound. I've been using Epidemic Sound for the last 3 years on my videos, and they have the best library of music for YouTube and Instagram content. So no longer using those copyrighted songs and getting your videos taken down just because you wanted it to sound cool. Don't worry about that. Epidemic Sound has great quality songs that sound good, that are modern, that don't sound outdated. So check it out. I'll leave the link down below in the description box. If you guys like this video, give me a comment down below. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. I hope you're here to stay. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope this video was helpful to you guys. I can't wait to see what you guys capture all on your own in your homes with these tips. If they're helpful to you, let me know. And with that being said, this is the end of the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!